We went to Spain together, went to Hollywood together, went to Vegas together, and now I'm taking you to the garden spot of America.
Topeka, Kansas.
Well, here's an update on our little trip to Topeka. Apparently we have been delayed another 10 minutes. So from 1:20, we've gone to 1:30, and we're actually in back of two, count them, two delayed flights to Pittsburgh. And the natives are not sitting very well with these delays. Apparently they feel like they are being shunted about by the U.S. air system and are not at all pleased. So it appears like 1:30, we're going to be shooting like the streaking stars that we are toward Topeka, Kansas for our holiday soiree at the courtesy of Newtek.
2 o'clock we're going to take off.
2 o'clock, that's hopeful. That's wishful thinking, man. 2 o'clock, I would say somewhere 2:05, 2:07.
8 o'clock tonight.
8 o'clock tonight, next Tuesday, the year 2000, something like that. Have ready? Oh, nice carpet. Do you say that they bought out like a Holiday Inn in bankruptcy and then bought this carpet and laid it down here?
Treasure chest of Christmas values.
Not shabby, huh?
Not too shabby. Note the well-appointed mahogany panels.
You can't tell, it's too dark.
Can't you?
Yeah.
Well, we had a good time. We got in a little bit late, but we had Carlene, our ace driver. They paged us over the airport thing. We were so honored. First time I'd ever heard my name over the airport, except when I was really in trouble and I was late to pick my mom up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, Alex Bennett and Lori Thompson, your driver awaits you at the U.S. Air gate.
That's thrill.
It was.
Cheap
Right.
thrill.
That's right. Cheap thrill, the kind we like the most.
Yeah.
And we also have, if Alex cares to pan at this point or any point, a number of very luxurious foodstuffs.
Yeah.
Fresh fruit, craft cheese, a brick of it, big brick, not cheese food, brick, cheese, real cheese, and some veggie dip of a suitable gourmet label. I noticed some.
Bottom line is, we're taking a limo to Topeka, Kansas.
Dual action
County 1 Highway and 23rd Street in Independence, Joe Sal, Western America.
Morning.
Morning. Who do we have over here? Who's our neighbor?
I don't know, probably for the morning show or something over there.
We should get to know our neighbors.
7:29 in the morning.
Ouch.
Ouch. Early, late for us. But it's what, 5:29 California? I'll be getting up right now. Smelling my clothes.
I'd be smelling the Brisbane landfill as I drove past on the way to the city.
But here we are in Topeka.
We have very...
Life is good. Give you a little little news thing about Topeka. There was a story on the front page this morning there of the paper. You may have seen it about Santa Fe.
Yeah.
They moved like 240 employees from San Bernardino to here. They closed down an engine repair place, diesel engine repair, and moved it to Topeka. Wow. And they expected that maybe 40% of the people would stay after they came. Well, it's turned out that 84% of the people have stayed here in Topeka.
Really?
Yeah. The other, 16% have moved back to San Bernardino.
You sort of feel like you're out of harm's way here in a way, but I would imagine, is hard crime hit here?
Oh yes, we have our shootings. Here with Lori Thompson, and please welcome to our microphones Kelly Lenz, who is the farm reporter here at WIBW.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. One of three. One of three.
And correct me if I'm wrong about this. That during World War II, we needed hemp for rope, and so this area, Kansas, Nebraska,
Iowa,
became a very big hemp growing area. Well, after the war, they stopped growing the hemp, but marijuana didn't stop growing, and supposedly some places like Kansas, Nebraska, 75% of the state would come into bloom every year. Am I right or am I wrong?
It still grows. There's a lot of it growing wild out there.
Yeah. People just drive by the roadside, pick some, and go home. You know.
There's a lot of it growing in Kelly's backyard.
My backyard's a little too open for that, probably. But hey, did I hear you say it's raining? in San Francisco?
Yes.
You all have a drought in California. That's no big news, right?
Well, that's what they tell us.
Well, I've got a present for you. This is a rain gauge.
Hey, wow, it's
Right,
a
right.
real rain
and
gauge.
as with most farm things, it has it's something that a corn company gives away. NC plus, I guess it beat NC minus. Wasn't a very sellable name, but it doubles as a shot glass. So there you go.
Oh, really?
What a hell of a shot glass it
Or a
is.
rectal thermometer.
All around the country and coast to coast. People always say, what do you like most? Don't want to brag, I don't want to boast. I always tell them, I like toast. Toast, yeah, toast. Toast is what I like the most. Toast, yeah, toast. Toast is what I like the most. In Chicago or in Detroit. What the hell rhymes with Detroit?
Oops.
Toast. Yeah, toast. Toast is what I like the most. Here we go. Yeah, toast. Yeah, toast. Toast is what I like the most. Yeah, toast.
Oh, yes. He is with us right now from San Francisco, from Channel 4, where he does a fine show there called The Next Step. Please welcome Richard Hart, if you will.
Thank you. Keep your seats, folks. Keep your seats.
How are you, Richard?
Strange seeing you here. I mean, we're both, it sounds like we're probably in San Francisco.
You know, this really must make people think something really big is happening in Topeka this weekend. You know, it's like Channel 4 descends on Topeka, I descend on Topeka.
Oh, you're missing a great one, folks. This is like the center of the video world this weekend.
In a strange way, it really is. I mean, it's amazing the people that congregate here once a year. This is my third party with them.
Now, you've been with New Tech or using their stuff for a long time.
Yeah, well, I've been friends with them for a long time. I was friends with them when they were suffering through getting this thing developed and out there to the public.
Tell me again about what your system is at home. What do you have?
I have literally an AB roll editing studio with a video toaster and what's called an Amy Link edit controller, which controls all the editing machines, much the same way as CMX would in a studio, with all the same capabilities and so on. And it will also control the toaster and edits and things. And
There's some professional television edit suites that don't have CMX.
Yeah.
Concert is scheduled April 24th.
To give you a flavor of Topeka, there is a what is it called? Baby Dolls.
That's it, Baby Dolls.
It's a little club where outside of town.
It's on Highway 75.
Yeah. Now is it the only topless club in Topeka?
No, but it's one of the best ones. It's the biggest one in Topeka, and probably Kansas City.
And do people come from Kansas City to go to Baby Dolls?
They do. They drive a whole hour and a half to get to Baby Dolls.
This is Indy, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. You can applaud. How long do you work at the club?
Yeah, I've worked for this company off and on for about probably 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. I hear there was some religious guy who wanted to close you guys down.
Yeah.
And New Tech
saved the day.
came to the defense
They came to the rescue.
Tell us about that. What was happening?
Well, it was kind of like a censorship thing, and they thought that New Tech should not let Baby Dolls or nude dancing get closed down. I guess.
And what did this guy want to do? He just wanted to stop all nude dancing?
Yeah, in Topeka.
In Topeka.
Yeah. He was corrupting our quiet, wonderful hillbilly town.
The way I got to know New Tech was through our next guest, because when I first started getting back into video and using the Amiga computer to kind of do graphics and stuff, I would read all the magazines, and it said in one of the magazines that Brad Carvey is moving to New Tech to work on some of their new projects like the video toaster. Now, I'd been reading about this video toaster, so I got on this computer board with the pen got me on, and Brad was on it. And I wrote Brad and I said, "You're a hero of mine." And I said, we had met, previous to that, but peripherally through Dana.
About 8 years ago.
You know, it's become really, I think, a nice friendship over the year with these people. It's a friendship I really value because
We
it's
had
more
lunch
than
once.
we had dinner last night.
Oh yeah, but a long time ago we had lunch.
Now,
We ate at MacArthur Park. It was really fun.
How do you feel about the fact that your brother has made you notorious? Because you're the
Well, maybe
person
you
he's
should-
imitating when he does
Maybe you should
Garth.
explain who my brother is, because a lot of those people may not know who Garth is. This movie, Wayne's World.
Wait a minute, your last name is Carvey. Huh. Let me figure this one out.
Okay, well, Dana Carvey is
Who?
He's my brother.
Oh.
He's my youngest brother.
You mean I've known you all these years and Dana Carvey's your brother and I haven't kissed up to you like I should have? Can you introduce me to him?
I was waiting for that.
Right now, these are the two people, well, first of all, the founder of New Tech, producers of the Video Toaster, Mr. Tim Jennison.
Hello.
And what is your title, Paul?
Vice President.
Paul Montgomery, Vice President. And then one day you're driving down the coast of California, as you put it, and you get this idea.
Ah, the toaster.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember what made your mind float to this thing? What?
Well, I was, I guess, subconsciously working on the problem because I talked to Paul. Paul and I were brainstorming about different products the company might pursue, and I had a whole long laundry list of things we might do, and I mentioned one to him, a video production deal. I called it a black box. And Paul said, what would that do? And I said, well, you could do a lot of different TV production jobs on it that you need a large studio for. And he said, could you take one picture and kind of spin it around and then see another one underneath? And I said, no, you couldn't do that. That's you need $100,000 worth of stuff to do that. And he said, oh, okay, what's the next item? You know, so he that's what he wanted. So that got me thinking about it. And then that thought that occurred to me on the freeway was just a very cheap and dirty way of accomplishing that. And that's when the toaster really started to happen.
And I also speak fluent German, so right off the bat when I was hired, 3 days later we were off in Germany, and I just started barking out toaster spec information.
Could you give us a Zeiss toaster demonstration in German right now?
Ach, ich könnte ein bisschen, aber es wird zu langweilig sein.
Then how do you say video toaster in German?
Video toaster.
I see, okay.
Retro elegance about you. Are you into vintage clothes?
Not vintage. So
What do you think, Lori?
Anything cool?
I think it went very well. The pacing was perf. I may be so clinical and technical. It was just that easy. That was New Tech 7. Nice place.
Oh yeah, I told you it's a used car lot for sports cars.
Oh, you're coming with me.
I'm coming with you?
Yeah.
So now you got a Testarossa.
Yep.
Jesus, you a spoiled brat or what?
Yep. Love it.
It's Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds.
So things are going good, huh?
Very good. Life is fun.
Things are exploding.
Except we're still in Topeka. Still in the village. So until we escape, it won't really be great.
You really want out of here, don't you?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Less us because we traveled, but one of the fears is we'll leave and it'll all fall apart. Quite yet, Topeka was the real secret of our success.
Well, it had something to do with it.
Yeah. And I think everyone has a lot more fun complaining about how bad Topeka is than they would being in California having a great time. I think it's really not as bad as it seems.
Yeah.
It's like the World War II guys in France, you know, in the trenches and in the bars. You know, they thought that they were bonded together. They thought they were having a terrible time, and all they do for the rest of their life is reminisce about that time in France and the war. And I think New Tech's going to have. I think the New Tech store will be something like that, where the days in Topeka will always be fondly remembered as the good old days. Gee, we thought we were having it so bad, and really it was pretty great.
And then you can answer your phone by saying, Alex who?
Yeah. See, one of the things about living in Topeka is so few people know who we are or what we do that we get very little positive reinforcement. So even though we drive sports cars in Topeka, they'll look at a Ferrari and an NSX. They can't imagine that it's really a Ferrari NSX. So I get these comments: "Is that a kit car? What'd you do to your Fiero?" And hey, those cars are pretty good. They're getting up to the quality of Corvette. So that's the sort of stuff we get. So that it doesn't really have the effect you'd think, where everyone would think we were cool. So it's.
And you want to go somewhere where they think you're cool.
Yeah, we just want to be liked. Someone said, "All you guys, you just want to be liked." And I think that's the thing for all nerds: is they grow up and get rich and they want to be liked. And that's important to Bill Gates, the $7 billion nerd.
Wants to be liked.
Wants to be liked. And it's funny. I think he still has problems meeting women that he likes. You know? So,
we all do.
We all do. Money doesn't solve it. Fame doesn't solve it. Was it 20 degrees below zero last year?
It's warm today.
Yeah, this is nice.
It's supposedly 16.
How you doing?
Things going good for you, I hear.
We'll show you some of the stuff. You have the new tape here. You should have it.
When does the show go on?
It goes on in February sometime.
Yeah.
During Sweeps Week, we're not sure exactly of the exact.
Yeah. Stuff looks great. What I've seen of it.
Oh, you see some?
Yeah.
Well,
And so now
see the
I'm
new
also
tape.
Yeah.
coach my daughter's private school, and I coach track and field. And what I was getting at, I think, was that Dana was very jealous of my lifestyle because I don't have a regular job. I don't have
Warning. Entering enemy's defense line.
We take our video games and arcade very seriously. This is the best arcade in Kansas in terms of the quality.
You have another call?
We had this extra space in our production warehouse area was to take a part of it and make kind of a museum. Not a professional museum, but just one that we could bring our friends over and show the old TVs and the new tech stuff. So that's where we're going.
There's someone in there.
Oh,
Check
wow.
this out.
Oh my God.
This is our new museum. Amazing. We have, this is the history of new tech stuff. All of our ads. We have all of our demo reels running.
Oh my God. This is wonderful.
We should go, this is the first tour.
Really?
We should do it officially. We've never done a tour.
Yeah, we just finished it last night.
Yeah, so all right, we'll start the tour. It's the very first tour.
Okay, you be the tour guide, Paul.
Okay.
I'll just interrupt you a lot.
Okay. This is the first video game ever made.
Coin op.
Coin op. This was where Nolan Bushnell worked before he left to do Pong. And no one knows about this, but this was kind of little known, not very successful start to the video game world.
All right, nutting computer space. This is a portable TV. It's got a handle on the case. This was the first television set that ever sold for less than $100. It was $99.95, 1949.
A big screen it is too.
Yes, they came with an optional magnifying glass that would hook over the front. And you can see another magnifying glass over here. It was a popular accessory.
Yeah.
Because of course the screens weren't very big. So here's this giant magnifying glass, like the movie Brazil. It would make your picture look big. Of course, only one person could really get the effect. If you're off to the side, you wouldn't see it.
It's kind of like today's projection systems.
Very similar. In fact, there are some projection sets here, some very old ones. Those two there are, that's a front projection set, and that's a rear projection set.
Everyone says this is here to prove that there's nothing on television. We don't agree. We sit and watch this for hours and like, hey, look what's there. Let's watch that.
We look for toaster effects.
Yeah, but I mean, it's amazing how much easier it is to find a cool show. Here's the combo unit.
This is the home entertainment center.
You have your hi-fi. You have your. I guess it wasn't hi-fi, was it?
No, it's medium fine.
Medium fine.
Virtually anything you'd ever want to entertain yourself with is right here in one box.
These are the predictors.
The Philco predictors, the classic old TV.
Late 50s, right?
59 through 61 were the model years. There's
Here's
the
the
halo
light.
Oh, wow.
The hook here was that you can't watch television in a darkened room; it'll destroy your eyesight. That was the conventional wisdom. So they put the light right on the TV so you could never go blind.
Can't take you anywhere.
This is the quadruplex style tape machine, which has since been replaced by something about this big.
Lug that sucker on your shoulder.
Now this is a dockable. It's a camcorder. It docks to this tape machine. You put the whole thing on your shoulder and off you go. Like I said, it's all been replaced by something this big.
Hello. Welcome to Newcastle.
The other Phil come out? Oh yeah. Oh good. Both Phil's.
Really off the grill.
Is anyone
Too much in the air. Yeah. I think it's tremendous. I can't believe the set that they built for a party. 505 should take such a cue.
All right, thanks, George. Where are you going?
I was just going down here in the closet area to kind of get a breather.
You're looking for a drink, aren't you?
No, they have those up there. I'm not above that. Oh, do they? Hell yeah, then. Yeah.
Well, I just got to the party. It's I forgot my watch. There's always something. I changed my pants and my shirt. I've got my party clothes on. And I just don't know anything about this party at this point.
How long have you been here?
About a minute.
My life is to shoot. Did you get a shot of your own tire? Cool. Thank you. Party on. Scotty is here and he's being mobbed by Topeka.
Name's Jimmy.
No, James.
No, Jimmy.
I know, people call him in the war, they called him Jimmy in the war. I heard all the war stories already.
Well, I just heard it from him. I'd never heard him before. So I guess I should try to remember some of these stories he told me because you guys will care to know what they are.
Yeah.
You know what his passion is?
No, what is it?
Trains.
Trains. You've had a long discussion with them on trains?
Well, I mentioned I came in on the train, and that opened up a whole thing of collecting trains, riding on. He travels all over the world just to ride on trains.
Very sharp. He's very with it. I thought he was old and ready to die.
Alex, this is what happens when nerds get money.
Look at that. Look at that. You sick bastard.
Isn't it great?
How are ya? Welcome to sunshiny Topeka. Who is on the way to the airport?
We're on the way to the airport.
Okay. Okay. Who is supposed to come with me?
Trapped in a limo in Topeka. Yes, there is hell on earth.
Well, that's what I've noticed. I've been to one of those places down in beautiful San Diego, the hotbed of progressives, and it was the ceiling seemed really low. It's like okay, with a lot of people who were smoking, and a lot of
Freeze-dried
women
ice cream.
smoking.
I have French fries. It's a little crumbled up too, so I'm gonna have them kicked around a little bit, I think. That's that's part of the fun pack this year.
I used to work in
We have these skeleton flashcards here.
freeze-dried camping food stuff, so sometimes...
Dull bones.
We haven't tried this one yet. It's always just like powdered, God knows what.
Special chapter on joints and ligaments.
For backpacking, that's their idea of vacation.
We're the only joints in Topeka. Did you get a spark gun? We didn't get a
No, I didn't get a spark gun. I got a little slinky
I
here.
will give you my spark gun. No, I didn't get a gun.
I think they were sending
I got a slinky and Play-Doh.
And some, Wesley.
Young Wesley.
Yes. Huh? No, was Penn there?
Penn couldn't be there because they had a show to do.
What's the tall guy?
I didn't want to talk to him because I didn't want to tell him that his character's a big
What's
wimp.
Lurch's real name?
His character's a big wimp, you know, I ought to get it together.
For a children's party.
I mean, it's unseemly for a teenager to keep going, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, no sir, I'll do better sir, yes sir. We should have a scene of him, you know, like leaving the captain's
My
office.
mother's like not pop
Sir,
oriented.
I'm off of this shit.
It's really tall.
Well, Lori, you have a good time?
I'm having a great time. It's kind of the conclusion of our Topeka holiday, though. I've had a lovely time. Did a little bit of everything. Pinballed myself into a stupor at the party.
You guys are traveling in style, huh?
Back high, open wide. Like the movie Airplane. Everyone's gonna be sick. You're the only one that's gonna feel to fly the plane.
Oh, there's the name of this thing.
There we go.
Piled high, open wide. Sub-stacker.
Boy. Macro lens. See the little white part in the left upper? See it moving around? That's the toy surprise.
I'm 1A. I've been 1A on both flights. They dig me. They dig me.
Well, I've been 1C on both flights. They dig me. They
don't
dig me.
1C is not 1A. 1A is what you call yourself, so you'll be listed first in the phone book. I am 1A, you are 1C.
Sitting here in first class.
Well, we've always known we were first class, but now we have a ticket that we can show to people to confirm it.
This is patented. Patent pending. Patent pending.
But baby, we still got a long way to go.
Do not attempt to do this without prior training.
Get away. Go away.